This grilling season, don't just fire up the barbecue. Elevate it with meats from around the globe, delivered straight to your door by the Butcher Shoppe Direct. They're not your average butcher. Butcher Shoppe Direct sources premium cuts from over 5 continents: Argentina, Japan, New Zealand, Spain, the US, and right here in Canada. Whether it's a tomahawk steak from Australia or melt in your mouth Wagyu from Japan, they bring the world's best to your backyard. And here's the game changer. Every order is cut fresh on the day of delivery. No sitting in a freezer, no guesswork, just top quality meat, expertly prepared and grilled ready. Planning a cookout? Check out their handcrafted burger patties and small batch sausages, perfect for taking your barbecue from good to unforgettable. And right now, you can save 15% off of your first order. Just visit butchershopdirect.com and use promo code EatingWild15 at checkout. Plus, get free delivery on all orders over $250. That's EatingWild15 to save, and free delivery when you stock up. Butcher Shoppe Direct. Premium, fresh, delivered.
Listen, we just fed hundreds of people in less than an hour.
We're gonna get a 55 today. Big rubber, big rods, big line, big nets.
Big fish.
Big fish.
Biggest one so far on the board is 40 and a quarter.
That's adorable.
It's adorable. It's big. Welcome guys, day one of the 2025 Musky Brawl 11th annual Siege.
I'm pumped.
I'm pumped, buddy. You know what? Listen, we just fed hundreds of people in less than an hour. How do you feel?
It was the army, and these anglers needed protein.
They needed
I
it.
think you're the protein man, and
boy.
Man, they're ready to go. We're ready to go. We're wrapping up. I don't know if you saw all the boats out there earlier. We're gonna get a 55 today.
Yeah, I think we're going to pop. The thing is that this weather network's, you know, whoever's making these weather network assumptions, you know what, get a job. Because this is beautiful musky chop.
Yes, it's musky weather.
It's not too bad. We were worried about today being the worst day, Siege. I think we're going to pop.
Someone's gonna get a big fish today.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's us. If not, congrats whoever gets that big fish.
Yeah,
we got some coffee in us.
Yeah,
we're ready to go.
Yeah, we'll be at the Cove later tonight interviewing people. Hopefully the leaderboard is stacked. Conditions look great. Everyone's fed. What's left? Smash and Showtime getting on the water and showing these guys how to do things. Stay tuned. Hopefully we get a big one. And Siege, let's go, bro. You
Cheers,
ready?
buddy.
Salute.
Let's get this.
Let's go. Welcome to the SS Siege. Day one.
Day one.
Just leaving the Airbnb. Big shout out to the Reeve family for letting us stay at their place again. Conditions aren't that bad.
Doable, man.
It's doable. It's going to take us a little trek to get out there. The water level is extremely low, but we're going to get them. Siege.
Plan is today is big rubber, big rods, big line, big nets,
Big fish.
big fish. So cliche, but this time of year in November, Tone, you can't be lazy. You can't. You got to figure 8 after every one. You know what's down there. We know what lives down there. We've popped 52s.
Yeah, we've gotten 52s out of this body of water, and now that it's a tournament, I mean, the one thing I will say is that Siege and I have a game plan. We're we're not going to fish it super hard. You know, we got a job to do here.
Yeah.
We've already fed the guys. We're actually just going out to have some fun. And if we get them, we get them. But you know, if you're a betting man, hey, we've popped out here, guys.
Yeah, we so far there's been 5 fish I think caught.
Yeah, 5 fish. Biggest one so far on the board is 40 1/4.
That's adorable.
It's adorable.
If people are listening, probably think 40. That's massive. But for this lake, it puts you on the board, though.
Yeah, it does. It puts you on the board, and there's going to be more fish caught. Listen, this tournament is spread out over a huge body of water. There's guys out at Bell River right now. We're fishing the Thames. You know, we got big names like Kyle Moxon out there.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you know he'll be at the Detroit, and you know, it's looking promising, Siege. So let's get out there.
Let's get her done, bud.
Let's have some fun.
Let's get some. You know what I like in the morning? Coffee and musky slime.
Yeah.
Those two go hand in hand.
I sure do.
A few moments later.
I'm coming.
Oh, he's off.
No. Is he?
Yeah.
Brother, we're live at the Cove.
We're live at the Cove. First of all,
Hey,
cheers.
Hey, cheers, local beer.
Local
Local
beer.
beer. It's been advertised. So
And thanks for the Cove for having us. This is a beautiful spot.
it is, man.
Like, look at this backdrop.
Yeah,
Man.
it's like we're in a cottage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Siege, today was day 1. We grinded, buddy. Let's just talk about the morning. This was the first day we did the breakfast. It was nuts. Chaos.
You had, what time did you wake up at?
I was up at 4, brother.
4 o'clock. And
Yeah.
then you had the truck over at what time at the...
Around 5 o'clock. Yeah, around 5. I had to start brewing the coffee early because it takes about, you know, an hour to get 100 cups of coffee brewing.
Yeah.
I can only imagine, but a lot of time, a lot of prep. But when you got there,
Yeah.
we had the brawlers were lining up at the door, Siege.
Buddy, Dave and Graham did such a good job pushing that we were going to be there today.
Yeah.
You had a cult following. I heart Smash and want a Smash Switch. So you had it going, and it was beautiful, beautiful truck. We were serving hot coffee. What sandwiches did you do today?
You know what? I had the luxury of having the guys back at the Eating Wild facility and the Gourmet Craft and Catering shop.
Yeah.
And on Wednesday, we started the prep for this.
Yeah.
So just to put that in perspective, like today is Friday, and we made BLT wraps,
Yeah.
chicken club wraps, bacon, chicken, lettuce, tomato, mayo, panini press.
Oh,
We
so
had, I had the, did you see those? I only made 7 of them because I didn't even know what the name of these were, but they were like Mexican beef sandwiches.
yes,
They were like
yeah.
sick. Well, I remember the first guy that came up, he's like, I want beef, and I didn't have the steak ready yet.
Yeah.
Because we were doing the Philly style cheesesteaks with the eggs and stuff. And this guy's asking me for beef, and I remember Craig made, I think, only 6 of them. And I'm telling you, it was like a sloppy Joe, Mexican style. And
Yeah.
I saw this guy going like this, and there was shit coming out of it. And I'll tell you right now, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And we have these beautiful puff pastries with spinach and
Oh,
feta,
man.
cherry tomato, and potato and leek. Vegetarians, you know,
Yeah.
got to take care of those guys too. We had a couple gluten-free people.
Gluten-free.
I almost felt like I was on set today. And people were texting you orders.
Texting me orders, but we know how it is, Tom. Before
Yeah.
we go fishing, you want, especially Lou, you want that nice hearty breakfast because you don't know if you're going to have a chance on the water.
Right.
To go back to your Airbnb, next thing you know, you give up a chance to win or to get a 50-inch muskie. Well,
course.
you know, so
Yeah.
feeding the anglers like that today, and you were just, I've never seen you go that fast and that steady, and so many happy faces.
Oh, it was great.
And then we went fishing.
We did, man. We did. We actually got out there. It was funny. Davey G got us to blow the air horn today. That was a first for me. We went by the launch, blew the horn, and let the guys go.
Yeah.
And it was funny because our camera guy had the drone going, and he's so used to doing it. We did CSIT together.
Yeah.
When that horn blew, you see a bolts just taking off.
Yeah.
This one was, you blow the horn, and then all of a sudden the sky lights up with Shadzillas and Bondi baits flying in the air.
Lake St. Clair, you don't have to drive far this time of year. You could use paddleboard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't go through a lot of gas on this lake.
No, you don't. And that's the best part about this fishery. And you said it, Siege. You said it on the previous podcast when you were talking about the Musky Brawl, is coming to Lake St. Clair. If you are an all-round fisherman, multi-species angler, you can survive Lake St. Clair without a doubt.
Yeah.
And you buy the right gear, buy the right rod and the right reel, and you could throw those big baits. And our shoulders are hurting. You said it was a grind out there today. But half hour in, CG, you had a mid-40s pop.
Mid-40s. I was a little lazy with it. We were just getting our bearings, and I went to do a figure 8, and then boom.
Yeah.
But the thing was, when I got it by the boat, unfortunately, I just see one little treble in this hook.
Oh.
And we all know, for our listeners that are musky fishermen, you want to see that whole bait engulfed in there.
Right.
So it got off. We could have been in the money, but
I think you would have been the leader at that point because only a 40 was caught.
Yeah. So
and and I grabbed the net. It happened so quickly. I didn't even get to see the fish, to be honest. But it took you out front, and we thought at that point it was half hour in, mid-40s. The bite's going to be on because we've been here before
with that
happens,
window,
and that bite keeps going on. But we did get to see a lot of nets being pulled out here. Yeah, I think over 45 fish have been caught today.
45 muskie in one day. Name another lake.
I mean, you're thinking of again, 45 muskie. You go to a bass tournament, and those are almost similar numbers. You got boats, 20, 30 boats out there. Some guys come in with a bag. Some people come in a couple fish. Here, there's guys already that got 3 fish on the board.
And I think biggest fish so far is 48 inches.
And it's rumors it's a shore ninja.
Oh, those guys.
Those shore ninjas, I'll tell you, man. They, don't sleep on these guys because they're our first customers in the morning.
Yeah.
And they're fired up while I'm still waking up. And these guys come to the truck hot.
Yeah.
And they want their breakfast. Some guys have been sleeping here since Wednesday.
Man, it's Christmas for these guys, man. They live for it. And the chance to win $10,000 doing something you love.
Oh, man.
Why not?
I'll tell you. But we got a great day planned tomorrow. Tomorrow, we heard that there's a south wind coming in that could be deadly. But if you're not musky fishing and you're not grinding, and Davey G said it, there's a couple guys that looked at the forecast and were like, hey, man, what weather looks brutal. He's like, so?
Yeah.
The worse the weather, the better the fishing, right?
And that's musky fishing. And it's called the Musky Brawl.
It is.
You gotta have sore shoulders. You gotta be like, you gotta be like Cody Kovanchak right now.
Yeah.
You gotta be waiting to get that KO.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy sometimes,
no, it doesn't, man.
We've been spoiled on this lake. So sometimes it comes really easy and you appreciate those moments, but sometimes it's like that, and that's musky fishing.
That's musky fishing. Well, we're at the Cove. We're enjoying a nice cold beverage. We have some guys lined up to come sit down with us.
Oh, I'm excited.
It might get loud in here, but we're going to do our best.
Yeah.
That's the best part about being live at these events.
Yeah.
But we got Mike from Waterwolf, John Bondi right in front of us.
Yes.
Let's talk about that for a second. These are some of the biggest pioneers in the game.
Yeah.
Selling merch. There was when we got here, setting up, it was like, I felt like I was at a trade show.
But if you can imagine a bunch of middle-aged guys for Halloween lining up for candy, they weren't lining up for candy. They were lining up for musky candy.
Yeah.
These guys were buying 5-6 baits at a time.
I saw a guy leaving like this, Siege. It's like, I'm out of here. I'm going to sleep. Ciao.
I saw one guy go to his car and he was skipping like a little girl, so happy. And he had like Bondies falling from his shoulders, water wolves. These guys are the OGs. Yeah. They're the pioneers. Yeah. They've been doing it for a long time. They're not a pop-up overnight bait maker. These guys are the pioneers. We've been using their baits.
I just told Mike, I've been using your bait for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And how many people we've got put on those baits? Think of the people, my cousins and Glenn and the boys, and he's Sean DeGagne and all those guys. I remember Hooks at Martin's was the first one I saw the jailbird catch a 44-inch pike with it. And that's when those baits were 20 bones. Siege.
And not to mention John Bondi's bait. My biggest muskie is 52 and a half is from his bait.
And when you look at that Bondi bait, Siege, it looks like a torpedo. And you're looking at this bait, you're like, what? And I got a 50 on it as well. I got a 50-inch on a white Bondi.
Those two baits, you could have 3 of those baits in your tackle box. 3 Bondis and 3 water wolves. You're going to have a great day.
Yeah, you'll have a great day. And I think the thing about people that are intimidated in getting into musky fishing that already fishes in general is when you look at the size of these baits. And I was talking to a couple guys outside that landed a few fish today, and those baits are engulfed. And that was the problem with your fish.
Mine unfortunately wasn't engulfed.
Your fish came up for a little appetizer. He wasn't ready to commit to dinner.
My luck, but hey.
I feel bad, man, because when you're fishing these waters, the net guy is probably the most important guy. And again, by the time I grabbed that net and I looked down, that fish took you for a treat around the boat. But listen, man, we're here. We got breakfast lined up for tomorrow. We're brawling tomorrow.
Day 2 tomorrow.
We're gonna brawl,
and we're the boat's set up, ready to go. We have our rods and everything. We're gonna be right out there. You're just not a pretty face in the kitchen, man. You love musky slime, so let's get it tomorrow.
I know what I'm doing, Siege. I'm just saying, let's be honest. I've hit the 50 club.
You have,
and that could happen. It could happen tomorrow. Next thing you know, I'm in line for 10 Gs. So it's one of those things. But listen, let's get a couple guys here. Let's talk to some people. Let's get the vibes and see how everyone's feeling. And day 2, you never know what's going to happen.
Let's get it.
And let's catch up with some people about day 1. So we'll be right back. And hopefully sitting down with some anglers.
Hey, Eating Wild listeners, are you still searching for that perfect boat?
Xtreme Marine London has got you covered with new and used boat sales, service, and professional installation of marine electronics and accessories. Visit their London or Kingsville, Ontario locations today and get ready to make waves and catch that fish of a lifetime.
Xtreme Marine is your one-stop marine shop. Check them out at www.extrememarinelondon.com and follow their journey on Instagram and Facebook. Be sure to tell them that the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
Welcome back, guys. Day 1, Musky Brawl, the 11th annual. We are here live at the Cove with the founders. These guys don't need an introduction. Everyone knows the name Dave Gray, Graham Hurley. These guys, what a grind, boys. Thanks for taking the time today to come on the show. My arms hurt. Your arms hurt? These guys are out. Listen. We're out there making food in the morning. These guys are checking in boats. Okay, they're making sure everyone's okay before they even grab their rods. Boys, what's day 1 been like?
You want to start or what there, dude?
You got the mic.
Yeah,
you got the mic, Graham. Go ahead.
You can do a mic drop
What's
if
it
you
been
want.
like, bud? Tell me.
Well, so day 1 was, it was chaotic today. It always is chaotic, though. We're prepared for that. So today was, other than a few slight hiccups in the morning, it was not too bad. Fishing-wise, it was okay. We had a lot more fish than we've had in previous years, but we've also had a lot better. Right. And also, in our boats, Dave, I think we've also had a lot better in previous years as well. But for the stats today, I think first place right now, we got Spencer Berman. He's in first place.
Go figure.
Go figure.
Niall Cook in second, and Mason Worry in third. So...
And what's the size? What are we looking at? Is that I think somebody got a 48 today, right?
So this is combined. These are like 41 inchers, 38 inchers. So not a ton of big fish. The biggest fish today caught was a 48 incher.
That's cool.
Wow.
That is leading the big fish right now. And that is John Dombrowski who is leading that. So
wow, and
good job, John.
That could change in a heartbeat out here,
Absolutely.
guys. And let's talk a little bit about the morning. Dave, I'll ask you this. After checking in all the boats, because I know last year there were some hiccups at some of the check-ins, which is normal when you're running a tournament this size. Would you say it was successful in the sense where the boats got out there, guys were fishing, You felt a little bit calmer than last year. Again, there's so many elements that go into this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, last year we had a bunch of hiccups, so Graham and I actually put some extra focus on making sure all the check-ins were beefed up. We kind of knew what we were doing this time around. Graham and I, we hop in and we help with the main check-in, which we did 96 boats out of just one check-in. We have 3 check-ins, but we did 96 boats out of the Thames River check-in this morning, or 96 people. So, I mean, it was busy, but I think we had a good team. We had 5 of us out there. We knew exactly what we were doing. Everyone was off. I mean, it's spread out again. There's a lot of people in Bell today, which I was not expecting, and a lot of people in Detroit. But I think this time around, last year was Detroit heavy. This time it's Bell heavy. And I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We started the day off with terrible weather, and everyone kind of, their lights kind of dimmed a little. I mean, you guys were out there. It rained for an hour and a half. It poured rain. I was watching guys go in. I was one of them. I went and put my clothes in the dryer. It took an hour and a half of my fishing time away, right? So, we rested. We came back out. We went hard for the rest of the day. It was tough on everybody. Not many fish caught. I mean, we were grinding. We were banging up that water pretty hard. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's another day. The tournament just started. We have a full day tomorrow. We have more than a half day on Sunday. So there's still a lot of inches that can be added onto the board. And it's funny because all those fish at the top that's leading right now, this entire tournament, those are all small fish. Any of us can pass that within an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
A couple nice big solid fish. The biggest fish is a 48. So the tournament hasn't even started. I'm hoping today was the worst of it all. Tomorrow we're starting off with a lighter wind coming from the north, which is not usually a good wind on the lake, but it's a low north. So it's going to be pushing bait and fish right into us.
Right.
So I know you guys were serving
See
food.
his face lighting up.
I'm going to switch the tables around and ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know you guys were out there slanging sandwiches, doing an incredible job. That's all I hear about how good the food was.
Oh, that's great.
My parents are here helping. They're like, this is free? I'm like, yeah. This is what these guys do for a living. But, I mean, how did you guys feel serving breakfast this morning? Was it smooth? I know you guys were excited to get out there.
Yeah, well, CJ, I'll let you answer that, buddy.
I was excited to go fishing. I'm more the fisherman. Antonio's more the chef.
Yeah.
So he wanted to put out an A+ product, so he knocked it out. But yeah, it was, everyone thought there was a catch to it. Everyone thought it'd be like, oh, here's a sandwich, but what do I owe you? Because I think in this world lately, courtesy and stuff is not normal, right? So it's the least we can do for you guys. We've known you guys for so many years, and you're like brothers to us, and you guys, the community you have. But I can't believe the amount of fish that was caught today. How many was it today?
I think there's 30-something fish caught.
And that's slow compared to, but any other lake, man.
Any other lake?
30 fish on Lake Nipissing for
You would never hear
one
about
day.
that. I know.
But we're spoiled here.
We
all
are
know
spoiled.
that.
I think we're going to expect more and bigger fish tomorrow.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys more than words can even describe. What you guys do for the Brawl. You guys are part of the Brawl. Oh, yeah. Like, this is as much your tournament as it is anyone else's. So let's grow this thing. Look, right now you guys can't see behind the camera, but we got John Bondi here. We got Mike that owns Waterwolf Lures here, and we have a vendor set up. People are throwing money around like it's water for these guys' baits, So these are the early years of this tournament. We are just beginning, and these guys are here, and we're going to be up here all old and gray and withered, still talking about what we're doing with this thing. We're going to be growing this thing huge. We thank you guys. We salute you for everything you do. Let's get after it tomorrow. It's day one, guys. We'll see you at the boat launch in the morning.
Cheers, boys.
Salute.
Let's go.
Cheers. We'll be right
Well
back
done.
after this, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey boys, have you guys ever been to Gagnon Sports out in Oshawa?
Have I? That place is a gold mine. Picked up my new bow there last weekend. Hunting, fishing, archery, they've got everything.
Boys, don't forget the indoor shooting range. Gagnon's not just a store, it's an experience. They've been doing it right for over 50 years.
Seriously? I thought it was just another outdoor shop.
Just another shop. Buddy, it's family owned, Canadian proud, and huge. I've spent entire afternoons in there.
Or skip the trip and shop online. GagnonSports.com ships across Canada, fast, smooth, and packed with top-notch gear.
All right, I'm sold. Gagnon Sports trip next weekend?
Only if we hit the indoor range first, so I can show you guys how to shoot.
Gagnon Sports, 50 years of adventure and counting.
And don't forget to tell them the Eating Wild Boys sent you.
Siege, we're sitting down here with the Pioneer, buddy. We've been talking about Mike for how many years, man?
Oh, 20?
At least 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Mike from Waterwolf, he's set up here at the Cove selling merch. But listen, there's history between us that you probably don't even realize, but we've been a fan of your baits.
It's a little creepy.
It's
We're
creepy, man. It's
stalkers.
We're stalkers, man. We've been buying your baits since day one, man. And thanks for taking the time to sit with us today,
That's
buddy.
much appreciated.
Yeah. Siege and I, when we heard you were going to be here today, the first thing he said is, "We got to go see Mike. We got to talk to Mike." And lo and behold, you had a lineup of guys rushing. I saw guys walking out with baits like this. So thanks again for joining us today, buddy.
That's much appreciated.
Mike, we met you way back in the day at one of this trade shows, and you had specials at the time. Because for listeners don't know, you have a bass line too, Bass Magnet, right?
Yeah, that's how the company began. Probably it's over 20 years now. That my wife and I married, been making baits, and we started just because at the time I fished as a co-angler. I'm trying to think of the bass series that we fished. It was like around Chevy Mercury around that time. Right. And I sat in with a couple pros, and they were telling me about these hand pours that they had got made in California. I was like, hand pours? Yeah. So I internet, looked it up. It's like, I got to try making those, right? And then it just blossomed, and I used to work for Mark's Work Warehouse, and it got so busy that I had to make a decision. So eventually, it was just straight making plastics at home. We built a shop, and here we are today, over 20 years later.
So you've always been, you were a bass guy, and then you obviously had the musky itch.
Yeah.
And then you saw a need where in bass fishing for the longest time, there's been swim baits.
There have.
And in the musky world, there wasn't too many.
No, there weren't at all. And what got us going on the swim bait craze was Bass Tricks. I don't know if you remember Bass Tricks from California. It was a hollow body swim bait. And the great thing about it was the cheapest way to make a lure at the time, because you were dipping it like a candle in plastic, right? The thing is, there's an art to making that. Right. You have to have the plastic at the right temperature. You have to have the draw rate in and out at the right temperature, or at the right speed, sorry. So it took a while to get going. A little bit more labor intensive, but at the time, those were very popular. And it started with just a bass 5-inch and a 3.5-inch bait that we made. And a buddy introduced me to musky fishing. Yeah. And it's like, So we got bigger and bigger hot pots so that we could dip deeper and deeper at the time. And like the 12 inches pretty much as much as we could go, and that was a 5-gallon hot pot. Wow. So
incredible, man.
Pretty neat.
So when we met you at the show, you were doing like back in the days, you buy 2 Shadzillas, get 1 free. You had
the 3 packs, the juniors.
The juniors. Oh, that's before even the juniors were out. And you had guys working there, and you would make them right in front of us. You'd hook them. Do you want shallow? Do you want original? Do you want deep? And we fell in love because we're multi-species anglers. We're like bass, pike, muskie, and the fact that you have a big swim bait like that, one of our co-hosts, pike fishing, man, did they love that.
It's the 7.5-inch Shadzilla Junior is an incredible pike looter.
It's candy.
It is, yeah.
Fishing with those on Lake Nipissing changed my life, because the first time one of our co-hosts, Dan, threw, I think it was the Jailbird, one of the originals, and he landed a 4. And Siege, I was making fun of him.
We made fun of him the whole time because the splash.
I'm like, Martins, you're using a swim bait? Come on, buddy. He's like, look at this thing in the water, Smash. And I remember him bringing it boatside, and I'm like, well, if I'm a big fish, I definitely would probably want to jump into that. 44-inch pike later. Biggest pike I've ever seen in my life,
huge
actually.
pike.
Huge, 44, and the picture, we still have it. You guys can check it out online. But that weekend, we got together, and we're like, we're going to find out where you are.
We stocked you.
And we stocked up. We were all, we lost our minds, and they started producing. I got my first 42-inch pike on I think it was the White Zombie, And then when you came out with the black perch, I got my 50-inch musky on that out here. So I mean the colors and I gotta ask you this, like now present time, we fast forward a bit. Where do you get the inspiration for these colors, man? Because I feel like every time you drop a new one, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
I gotta have it.
Yeah, you do.
For instance,
you know what I mean?
Like we have a nice network of people that are also lure makers. Right. So guys like Landry from Rover Baits. There's Jonah. Gason, he's actually a piano sales guy, but he makes swim baits as well, right? And he's really good at painting. So we'll trade ideas all the time, or you'll see something come on the market and I'd like that, but I want to tweak it a little bit, right? So that's where most of my ideas come from, other patterns, and we just kind of make a hybrid of two different colors, right? So
your original ones were hollow bodied, right? And then now you're moving into the solid body, and man, this tail thumps.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Was it a big transition from going to hollow to solid?
About 2 to 3 years in design, and we had a lot of difficulties, a lot of molds that were made that were paperweights after, and I met Landry from Rover Baits. Landry knows how to carve really well with wood. Okay. So these are the kinds of friends, even though they're competitors in the market, Landry and I get along really well. Oh, he's a super nice guy. So he helped me out. He carved the bait. We had it CNC scanned. And then basically, because it was hand carved, he had to split it in half and get two sides and put it together. Wow. Because you couldn't have the same, because both sides wouldn't be the same, right?
Right, yeah.
So they split it in half, duplicated the other side, flipped it around, put it together, cut the first mold. So the first mold was pretty close. We had to go to another design after that, just thinning the body. But we were able to get rid of a few problems. So now you probably notice when you cast it, the hooks don't tangle as much anymore.
Right, yes.
Because the bottom's been squared out, so the hooks can't come up as easily to hook on the side of the body. They're more durable than the old version, because now the body actually encompasses and is welded onto the frame. We use a special glue that the plastic adheres to, right? So they're actually softer than the old ones were. So you're able to get a nice speed or slower speed retrieve with these now. The colors are more vivid.
They're very vivid.
Yeah.
And like the old ones, we used to take so many like knives to them, hot
I
knives.
was telling him my Tennessee shad I lost today. I was devastated.
Yes.
Devastated. And that thing, Siege, you performed surgery on that thing. Many times.
Oh, many times. You want that confidence bait. Every angler has it, every angler has it. And you're also doing the tubes. Another bass thing that's transitioned over to musky fishing, and it's on fire.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I mean, what size of tubes are you making?
So
right?
now we make musky tubes in a 7-inch, a 9-inch, an 11-inch, a 13-inch, and then we've also added a 12 and a 10-inch fat magnum as well. So, and it's interesting because guys that really never fished tubes, once they understand where they can be used and how they can be fished, it's a totally different retrieve than a swim bait, Yeah. It has virtually no action, but that doesn't matter with musky, right? It's something that's moving and it hops or it glides side to side like a glider.
It's funny, man, because I wasn't too confident in Martin's again throwing that tube, and it was the walleye color off the rocks. We were at Calendar Bay, and when he hooked that first, and then Cody got one last year in the Kawarthas. And
the green pumpkin in the Kawarthas?
Yeah, that thing's deadly, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're so right. I mean, Siege, you nailed it on the head, man. The bass stuff and then transitioning
I'm telling
to
you,
pike and
Tone,
musky.
fish are fish. Even though they're different, musky and bass, obviously different size, but they're fish at the end of the day.
Right.
Something that's proven in the bass world, I really think it's going to excel in the musky world. Like, I mean, a tube and a swim jig. Or swim bait.
And these magnums, again, it was a confidence just to show guys like in perspective, like we'll get a good B-roll of these, but this is the black perch. This black perch in the smaller version for me has been deadly. Again, I've caught multiple fish with this color. But these magnums, Mike, when did you decide to go bigger? Is it when you knew that you had the mold in this size that you could pull this off? Or was it something that you thought of, what, I want to go bigger because these fish, you're gonna get people are getting 50s with these. You know what I mean? When did you start creating these magnums?
So the magnums were made in the hollow bodies as well. I think that 12 to 13 inch is kind of like the high end of what most people will throw comfortably without,
Hurting your shoulder, your
shoulders
elbows
and stuff. So when we transitioned to a solid body, it was pretty easy to do. This one here was probably the easiest one. Like the junior and the 9.5 mid took a lot of tweaking to get them just right. But this one, sometimes you luck out when you're designing something. Just like, when you're smoking something, sometimes.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about
Cheech and Chong.
We're talking about meat.
Bradley smokers.
By the way, like I told you guys,
Yeah.
when I saw you're associated with Bradley, I said, I just got one.
Yeah.
I love that thing. And
We're waiting for you to do smoke infused shads at Zilla. Can you imagine the muskie if it was brisket?
Yeah.
A brisket smoke infused walleye?
Yeah, we need to make it eat dub color, right? We're gonna do medium rare.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name of that thing. We're gonna have a little bit of red, a little pink.
That's nice.
you do the plastisol in that, right? So when they bite into it, it looks
Yeah.
like flesh on the inside.
Oh yeah,
right?
we're on to something. We're on to
And if it wasn't rested properly, it's gonna bleed everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
So we got to make sure. There's a lot of tweaking that's going to go on. But speaking of smokers, I know we're kind of jumping ship here. You purchased a smoker. You did your first smoked salmon, you said.
Yeah.
And it turned out dynamite.
Oh, my mom said it was the best smoked salmon she's ever had. She's German.
Yeah.
So they love their smoked
love
fish
it.
in Germany, right? So I said, I've done whitefish before.
Right.
And when I get back from here, we're going to go get some whitefish because they're starting to run.
They're starting to run, yeah.
And smoked whitefish, it's just
It's
amazing.
I love it.
But
man.
yeah, the smoked salmon turned out great.
And your rub, is it a secret? Are we allowed to talk about your rub?
No.
Okay, well, let's talk
Actually,
about
I just
man.
picked it up, but what you have going on, I really want to try.
We're going to get Mike the Smoky Maple Siege.
Oh, he's gonna be addicted.
gonna
He's gonna
lose
be
his
hooked.
mind.
We might have to trade spices for shads. Zillas.
That's a deal.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Just like that. Well, listen, man, what's coming up for you, buddy? How's your inventory going? I know this is the season, the musky season's here. What's your inventory like? Are you getting ready? Do you have some stuff planned for next season?
Yeah, so these that you just saw, the 12-inch magnums, I just have one mold. We just got a test mold. So I have more molds on order. The 7.5-inch junior is going to get released as well next year. I thought we were going to stagger this all.
Yeah.
But I've got 23,000 clamshells coming that are going to be in the cargo container next month.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
23,000.
I just paid for them, and I just went, oh! But you have to be able, like, if you're going to do it in volume, that's the only way, right? So you have to invest in that. So the 7.5-inch junior, people were asking for that with 2 hooks, so it's identical to both of these.
Oh, originally you had the one. You
Yeah,
had the
so
one.
now it's 2 hooks because a lot of people said they missed fish that were biting at the tail, right?
Yeah.
So now we got rid of the top hook and we have 2 trebles, and it swims exactly like these 2. Yeah. So very nice. Yeah.
So you're gonna those are in the making right now, and
So-
guys can still get them online right now.
They can get both. Oh, they can get the 9.5-inch. We'll have the 12-inch available probably mid-December, early, somewhere around then. And the 7.5-inch will probably be in January when we get those molds. All of this will be available at the Odyssey at CanCast. You guys are going
we'll
to be
see
there.
there. Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So Kyle's doing a great job with CanCast.
Yeah,
I'm
he is.
excited to see that. Musky Odyssey, CanCast.
That's,
together.
I love it.
That's my-
Being a
so-
multi-species guy, I love everything under one roof. I gotta ask you, Mike, before we leave. Sherbert is my go-to.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And with your collars on that, with the blades on it too, I pair that up. I had a fish on today. Unfortunately, it jumped off. But anyways, what's Mike from Waterwolves? Now,
That's a loaded
I know
question,
it's a tough question to see
love
what
it.
body of water you're on. But let's say St. Clair.
So, BL Special.
BL Special.
That is like the plain Jane
yes.
of musky baits.
Look at
But
Yeah.
on this body of water,
Yeah.
you can't beat that. What we did come up with as well is, I know you like the sherbet.
Yes, I saw
So,
this. What is this one called,
this is
Mike?
Dirty sherbet.
Oh,
So-
I can put a baker's dozen in my cart because I'm getting all that name too.
Yeah. So basically, you had your sherbet where it was orange or
Yeah.
chartreuse on the back, it was
Yeah.
reverse. but we decided to do it this way and then put some black dots on
Dirty
there.
sherbet.
Dirty sherbet, yeah.
Tone, what's your favorite?
Okay, so I was talking to Mike when about not even right before he came on here, and my Tennessee shot, I lost it today, and I was devastated. You were there, man. I was losing. I might have if the camera was rolling, we'd have the bleepers run out. But I got to tell you, it's a thing where it's a confidence thing because I've switched so many times. I went from Pink Panther. Who's out of our group? Who's the one that's been throwing the Pink Panther?
You have.
Then I went to Black Perch until the tail got smashed off, and then I would say Blaze Tiger. But my biggest muskie I've ever caught in my life, the one that's mounted at my cottage, was on the walleye.
Yeah, walleye. He still has
I still have the
walleye
on the mount at my cottage.
On his cottage.
Yeah.
We'll send you a picture
gotta
of that.
send you a picture
yeah.
of that,
It's
so-
retired. You got to retire.
It's
when
retired.
That's what we
yeah,
call it. It's retired.
Yeah.
It's retired. It's hanging on the lip. It's a showpiece now. Every time we have visitors come, they're like, "You caught that?" I'm like, "You see that bait right there? That's what I got it on." Everyone loses their mind. So it's so cool, man. And it's awesome that you got to sit down with us. And speaking of Can't Cast, I got to apologize because I don't know if you remember this. I ran out of sausages.
Oh no!
Yes, I remember.
Do you remember? I was so embarrassed because I am walking around. He's setting up early, and I'm like, Mike, I'm doing sausages tomorrow, free of charge. Everyone's getting sausages. I'm gonna hand bring you. You're like, oh great, you were busy. And 11:30 in the morning, I ran out of sausages, and that was with shitty weather too.
You
because
boned Mike. You didn't get
I
him.
boned him, man. I didn't get him. Him
I'm
and his
out of this
crew.
podcast,
No,
man. I'm out of here.
But listen, this year, I swear to you, Siege, Mike's the first guy
I'll
to
do
get
my
fit.
part and get there earlier.
Yeah. Do your part.
Oh,
my
man.
part, right?
But listen, thank you so much for sitting with us, buddy, and congratulations on all your success. It's
Because of guys like you that were successful, and thank you both.
Well, we appreciate that you turned into a full-time bait maker because at one point in time you had another full-time job, and then you couldn't keep up, obviously. And thanks for you, all the memories we have with these lures, buddy. It's like one of my kids is sherbet.
I just can't wait, like I said, until the new one comes out, bud. We're going hard.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mike.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
having me on, guys.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Launch the boat on the big old blue today. We've got the stars like